Hello, my friends, and happy Monday night. We have Monday Night Baseball for you tonight. And my continuing series called Bad Baseball continues today. It's a matchup on an occasional basis using different baseball cards and dice sims that matches up pretty bad ball clubs against each other. A lot of channels including mine, feature really good teams, and I like to feature the really bad teams once in a while as well. Today's feature is the 1980 Chicago White Sox at the 1980 Chicago Cubs, which could be the low water mark for baseball in Chicago for the two teams in one season. Let's talk about these particular clubs. The sim that we are using today is called Pocket Pennant Run. I use different sims to play bad baseball. A lot of times I use Replay Classic. Today I'm using Pocket Pennant Run. The matchup is going to be a fun one, and I'm glad you're with me. Please don't forget to click like and subscribe to my channel. And let's take a look at these clubs and then the starting lineup, and then get to some really bad baseball. Right, by way of introduction, this is Bad Baseball. Historically bad ball clubs facing off against each other to see who is really the worst of the worst. The engine that we're using today is called Pocket Pennant Run. The teams are the 1980 Chicago White Sox, who were in 5th place only in a 7-team division at 70 and 90. They actually weren't awful the first couple of months of the season. They were in first place for almost 2 months. However, things fell off the cliff significantly after that. Their Pythagorean one-loss record is 65 and 95. Their manager was Tony La Russa in his first full season as the White Sox manager. And they will be opposed today. They will be hosted by the 1980 Chicago Cubs. The 1980 Cubs were 64 and 98. The Cubs had a Pythagorean one-loss record of 68 and 94. Their managers were Preston Gomez, who accumulated a record of 38 and 52 in his tenure, and then Joey Malfitano was hired to succeed him, and he was a 26 and 46 manager in the remainder of the 1980 season. So things actually got a little bit worse for the Cubs when Joey Malfitano took over. The owners, this is kind of interesting for the White Sox. Bill Veeck was the principal owner in 1980, but he sold the club. And this is a fun fact for you. Harry Carey, who was the announcer, the play-by-play announcer on Sox TV and for 3 innings on Sox radio in 1980, was part of a group that was trying to buy the team from Bill Veeck. But at the last minute, were outmaneuvered by Jerry Reinsdorf and Eddie Einhorn, and they became the new owners, principal owners of the White Sox after, I think it was actually in September of 1980 that their sale was approved. The Cubs were also being owned for the last season by the Wrigley family, and they sold to the Tribune Company for the 1981 season. I believe before the start of the 1981 season. Or it might have been during the 1981 season, now that I think of it. But anyway, they're both ownership groups were near the end of their run. Who were the key players to know on these clubs? Well, for the White Sox, either Chet Lemon or Jim Morrison were pretty clearly their best players. Jim Morrison hit .283. He had 40 doubles and 15 homers. He was their second baseman. Britt Burns, in his rookie campaign, was 15 and 13 with a 2.84 ERA. The Cubs Their best players, Bill Buckner was their best offensive player. He hit .324 and was the batting champion of the National League in 1980. And Bruce Sutter was their best pitcher. He had 28 saves. Of course, in the offseason, before the 81 season started, Sutter would be traded to the Cardinals as part of a multi-player deal that brought Leon Durham to the Chicago Cubs and sent Sutter to Whitey Herzog and the Cardinals. All right, so those are your bad baseball teams. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for today's game. Okay, for the 1980 White Sox, the batting order goes like this today. It's Bobby Molinero leading off in left field. He is a B-rated hitter. Chet Lemon will bat second in center field. He is a B as well. Jim Morrison will bat third. He is a B. Morrison will play second base. Chet Lemon is in center field. Batting fourth at first base, Lamar Johnson, a B batter. Harold Baines will bat fifth. He's in his rookie season. He is a C batter, and he will play right field. Greg Pryor will bat sixth. He'll play shortstop. He is a C batter. Kevin Bell will play third base and bat seventh. He is a D. And Bruce Kim will bat eighth and do the catching. He is a C batter. On the mound for the 1980 White Sox, it'll be right-hander Richard Dotson. He has a fatigue rating of 6. He has a pitcher rating of C and a control rating of C. He was a right-hander. All right. For the homestanding 1980 Chicago Cubs, leading off at third base, it'll be Lenny Randall. He was a B, is a B, switch hitter. Batting second at shortstop, Ivan DeJesus. He is a C batter, and he will play shortstop. Batting third at first base, it's Bill Buckner. He is an A batter, and of course, the National League batting champion. Batting fourth in left field, Dave Kingman. He was a B batter. Jerry Martin will bat fifth. He will play center field. He was a C, is a C. Scott Thompson will bat sixth and play right field. He is a D. Barry Foote will bat seventh and do the catching. He is a C batter. And Mick Kelleher. Oh, no, he's not on here. Well, he would be a D, but he's not on here. So I'm going to use Steve Dillard at second base. He is a D batter as well. All right, the pitcher for the 1980 Cubs today will be Mike Krukow. He was a right-hander, 6 innings. His fatigue number is 6. His pitcher rating is C, and his control rating is a B. All right, so with all of that, we have a pair of right-handers going against each other. Let's get ready to get this game going. All right, Bobby Molinero steps into the batter's box against Mike Krukow. And the first pitch to Molinero is a 4 on Krukow. I didn't write in this is the other thing that I forgot to do. A little bit of a brain cramp, but I didn't write in the pitcher's ratings here, so I'm going to do that. And I got to do Dotson for the White Sox. 6 C C B. Okay. Now we're ready to go. All right, so it is Molinero, and that is a 4, which on the C for Krukow is a defensive check. The 11 on the defensive check will be hit to Ivan DeJesus at shortstop. He gloves it and fires to Buckner, and we are underway in this one at Wrigley Field. 1 down in the first. All right, now Chet Lemon. Batter result, and for Lemon, that's a 12. Lemon is a B, and that's going to be a power check for Chet. And an 11 on his power is going to be a B. That is going to be to left and deep, driving Dave Kingman back to the wall, and it's gone. A 1-0 lead for the White Sox on a first-inning bomb by Chet Lemon. Jim Morrison coming to the plate. 1 out, 1 on. Batter result, Morrison is a B. He drops to a C against the right-handed Krukow. And it's a line drive caught by first baseman Bill Buckner. There's 2 outs in the first. Lamar Johnson up there now. Johnson, let's see, that's a 2. That's a control check, and Krukow loses him. That's ball 4. Lamar trots down to first base, and here comes Harold Baines. Baines is a C. Pitch from Krukow is a defensive check. That's an 11. Hit to shortstop. That's DeJesus. He's going to go the short way to Dillard. And that will retire the White Sox in inning number 1. But they get a run on a hit, a home run by Chet Lemon. And it's 1-0 Sox after a half an inning. Lenny Randle up now. He's a B against Richard Dotson. The pitch from Dot is a batter check. Randall's a B. That's hit in the air to right field. Harold Baines is under it, and there's 1 down in the bottom of the first. Ivan DeJesus comes to the plate. He is a C who drops to a D against the right-handed Dotson. And he's a C, so that's a 5. Batter result check. And DeJesus hits a line drive at shortstop Greg Pryor. And there's 2 down in the bottom of the first. Bill Buckner comes to the plate. He's an A against Richard Dotson. 6 for Dot. It's a batter check. 8 is a base hit to center field for Buckner, and he's on with 2 outs. Here comes Kong. Dave Kingman with 2 outs and Buckner at first. Dotson the stretch. Checks Buckner. The pitch home to Kingman is a batter check. Kingman's a B, drops to a C. That's going to be a little tap out in front of the plate. Bruce Kim on it. Fires to first, but not in time to get Kingman. He gets an infield hit. And there's 2 on now with 2 outs for the Cubs in the bottom of the first. And Jerry Martin comes to the plate. He's a C who drops to a D against Dotson. That is a batter check. And it's hit on the ground to Jim Morrison. He's going to go the short way to Greg Pryor because that lights his fire. And if it rains later, he's going to ride on that storm. And that pretty much concludes my knowledge of the Doors anthology, so I probably won't be making any more puns about the Doors, but I cannot guarantee that. That retires the Cubs in the first inning. And we go to the second with a 1-0 Sox advantage. Pryor, Bell, and Kim, righty, righty, righty against Krukow in the second. The pitch from Mike is a control check, and he fails it. Pryor draws a walk, and he's on with nobody out in the first. Kevin Bell comes to the plate. Sox third baseman's a D. The pitch from Krukow is a batter check. That's a 7. Hit in the air to center field. Jerry Martin trotting in will put it away for out number 1. Pryor returns to first. Bruce Kim comes to the plate. He's a C who drops to a D against Krukow. The pitch is a 5. That is a batter check for Krukow. Bruce Kim, this is trouble. He's a D. That's a power check. A 12. Bruce Kim to left and deep. Kingman back, and it gets in the basket for a 2-run homer for Bruce Kim. My pen is dying. It's a 3-0 Sox lead in the second inning. Krukow damaged by the long ball. Chet Lemon and now Bruce Kim. Dotson up. He's a D. That's a batter check. Ground ball third. Lenny Randle gloves it and fires to Buckner for 2 down in the second. Here's Molinero with 2 outs and nobody on. Sox left fielder, it's a defense check. This one's hit to Bill Buckner. He's going to flip to Krukow covering, and that will retire the Sox in the second, but they get 2 on a hit, a home run into the basket by Bruce Kim. And we go to the bottom of the second. 3-0 White Sox. This is a game you don't want to lose because it means you're even worse than the worst. Worse than the worst. Scott Thompson, Barry Foote, and Steve Dillard, lefty, righty, righty against Dotson in the Cubs' second. Batter check. Scott Thompson hit in the air to center field. Chet Lemon into right center a few steps, and he puts it away for out number 1. Barry Foote coming up. He's a C who drops to a D against Dotson. This is a defensive check, hit in the air to right field. Harold Baines gonna put it away for out number 2. And Steve Dillard, Dilly, batter check, and a line drive. No, wait, he drops to a D. Line drive to Greg Pryor, who makes the play. It's a 1-2-3 second inning. We go to the third with the Sox up 3-0. And let me see if I can find a new pen. So here we go. Top of the third, Chet Lemon, Jim Morrison, Lamar Johnson. Righty, righty, righty against Mike Krukow. Chet is a B who drops to a C. He hit a home run in the first inning off Krukow. This is a batter check. Line drive at Buckner, and there's 1 down in the third. Jim Morrison 0 for 1. And there's a 1. Batter check. Morrison drops to a C. And it's a line drive at Buckner for 2 gone. Billy Buck flashing the leather. Now it's Lamar Johnson 0 for 2. And it's the defensive check. This is hit to Lenny Randall. He's up with it and throws to Buckner, and that will retire the Sox in inning number 3. After 2.5, it's Sox 3 and Cubs nothing. Krukow, Randall into Jesus, 9-1-2 for the Cubs in the bottom of the third. Pitch from Dotson is a batter check. The 9 is hit on the ground to Jim Morrison to his left and throws to Lamar Johnson, and there's 1 down in the Cubs' third. Lenny Randall's 0 for 1. The pitch to him from Dotson is a batter check. This is an 11. That's a power check for Randall. Lenny has C power. And this one is a 9, and that's going to drive to the gap for extra bases. It's going to one-hop the wall. Chet Lemon retrieves it and fires it back in. Randall's got a 1-out double for the Cubs in the third. Ivan De Jesus is 0 for 1 with Buckner on deck. De Jesus drops to a D against Dotson. This is a batter check. Line drive at Johnson. He pivots and fires to Pryor, and it's going to be a double play. Randall did not hold up on the line drive. A 3-6 twin killing, rally killing, soul crushing double play for the White Sox. We go to the fourth. It's 3-0 White Sox. Baines, Pryor, Bell, lefty, righty, righty against Krukow. Batter result off of Krukow. Baines is a C. It's hit on the ground to Steve Dillard to his right. He plants and fires to Buckner for out number 1 in the fourth. Here comes Greg Pryor. Sox shortstop walked and scored a run in the second. Pitch is a control check, but Krukow loses him. For the second time, Pryor draws a walk. Krukow's third walk. He has struck out none so far. Kevin Bell coming to the plate. 1 out, 1 on for the Sox in the fourth. Bell is 0 for 1. The pitch from Krukow is a batter check. 6 is hit in the air to left field. Dave Kingman lumbering after this one. He's going to catch it for out number 2. Pryor returns to first, and 8th place hitter Bruce Kim comes up. He hit a 2-run bomb in the second into the basket. This is a defense check. Ground ball hit to De Jesus. He's going to go the short way to Dillard, and that will retire the Sox in the fourth. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Whoa! We go to the bottom of the fourth, and my whole studio is crashing around me. And it is Sox 3, Cubs nothing. Buckner, Kingman, Martin, lefty, righty, righty in the Cubs 4th. Billy Buck is 1 for 1. Pitch from Dotson is a batter check. The 6 is hit on the ground to Jim Morrison to his left. He throws to Lamar Johnson, and my studio is still crashing all around me. And there's 1 down in the 4th. Kingman up now. He's 1 for 1. And there's 1 out for him. This is a batter result check. Kingman drops to a C. It's a line drive at Johnson. 2 down in the 4th. Now it's Martin. Martin drops to a D against the righty, Dotson. And this is trouble. This is a pitcher. That's a batter result check. He drops to a D. It's a base hit up the middle for Martin. He's got himself a 2-out single. Scott Thompson comes up. Horrible concussion for Thompson in 1980. Derailed his season, maybe his career, I don't know. Tell me what you think in the comments. So it's a defense check. This is hit to Kevin Bell. He's going to go the short way to Jim Morrison for the out at second. That'll retire the Cubs in inning number 4. We go to the 5th, and it's 3-0 Sox. Inning number 5 of bad baseball. Richard Dotson is throwing a shutout. He'll lead off. Then Bobby Molinero and Chet Lemon, 9-1-2 for the Sox. And I'm going to get this in the box because that's just the kind of guy I am. All right, so it's a batter result off of Krukow for Dotson. He hits it in the air to right field, and that's going to be Scott Thompson under it and making the catch for out number 1 in the Sox 5th. All right, Bobby Molinero comes to the plate. He's the Sox left fielder today. He is 0 for 2. This is a control check, and hey, struck him out. Bobby Molinero was tough to strike out, but Krukow got him on a bender. 2 gone in the 5th. Nobody on for Chet Lemon. Chet's 1 for 2. The pitch. It's a batter result check. Lemon drops to a C. And it's hit on the ground to Bill Buckner. Buckner's going to feed Krukow covering, and it's a 1-2-3 5th inning for Krukow. Look at Krukow's success rate here. He's retired 6, 8, 10, 11 of 12, the last 12 batters he's faced. Yeah. So we go to the bottom of the 5th. We're halfway through bad baseball. 7, 8, 9 batters coming up for the Cubs. It's Foote, Dillard, and Krukow. Righty, righty, righty in the Cubs 5th. Foote is a C, drops to a D against Dotson. It's a batter result check. That is hit on the ground to Kevin Bell. Kevin to his left. He plants and throws to Lamar Johnson for out number 1 in the 5th. Steve Dillard is a D, and he earned it in 1980. It's a batter result check. It's a 9. Ground ball, Jim Morrison. Right at him. Takes it on a hop and throws to Johnson for out number 2. And should I hit for Krukow? 2 outs, nobody on. No, I'm not. The pitch is a batter result check. 7 is hit in the air to center. Chet Lemon country. He's going to put it away for out number 3. We go to the 6th, and it's still 3-0 Sox at Wrigley. I'm going to move my lineup cards. No, I'm not. Not yet. All right, 6th inning. Morrison, Johnson, Baines against Krukow. Yeah. Pitch is a batter result check for Morrison. He's a B who drops to a C. And it's chopped on the infield toward Lenny Randall. He lets it roll, and it's going to be a base hit for Morrison. He tried to blow it foul, but it just didn't work. And if you know your This Week in Baseball, although Randall was with the Mariners when he tried to blow the ball foul, we'll say he tried it this time too, and it did not work. Lamar Johnson's 0 for 1 with a walk. Morrison is at first. He's a B stealer. Johnson drops to a C batter against Krukow. The pitch is a control check. Krukow is a B control, and he struck him out on the broccoli cauliflower medley. Gas. 1 down in the 6th. Baines coming up. Morrison still at first. Baines is a C. And defensive check. This is hit on the ground to Buckner. Buckner goes to DeJesus for 1. The relay to Krukow is in time for a rally-killing, soul-crushing 3-6-1 double play turned by the Cubs. We have played 5.5. And it's 3-0 White Sox. Dotson will face the top of the Cubs order. DeJesus, Randall, and Buckner switch righty-lefty in the bottom of the 6th. Pitch from Richard Dotson. Had dice all over the place. We got 6 as a batter result check. This is hit on the ground to Greg Pryor. He's up with it and throws to Lamar Johnson for out number 1. Dotson is throwing a 4-hitter. He has not walked a batter. He has not struck out a batter. And he is not allowed to run. DeJesus up. He's a C. He drops to a D. Against Dotson, the pitch is a batter result check. And it's a bunt. DeJesus lays down a bunt. Kevin Bell charges. The fires to Johnson and does not get the speedy DeJesus. It's a bunt single for Ivan. Bill Buckner comes to the plate, and there's only 1 out. Dave Kingman is on deck. Dotson the stretch. Buckner's 1 for 2. The delivery is a batter result check. Buckner hits it on a line at Morrison. He knocks it down, gets up, fires to Johnson, not in time. Buckner beats it out. There are 2 on now with 1 out for Kingman. The White Sox bullpen is going to get active at this point. Mike Proley is going to start to throw. Yep, Proley, and he will be joined by Rich Tex Wortham. Tex Wortham was the poor man's Ross Baumgarten. So that tells you pretty much all you need to know there. So righty-lefty double-barreled action. The White Sox bullpen in the bottom of the 6th. Kingman is 1 for 2. 1 out. He is a B batter who drops to a C against Dotson. The pitch is a defense check. That's hit to Pryor. Pryor goes to, let's see, Pryor's defensive rating is a C. Pryor gloves it, throws to Morrison for 1. The relay to Johnson is in time for a rally-killing, soul-crushing 6-4-3 double play turned by the White Sox. And that ends the 6th inning. The Cubs get 2 runners on, but do not score. After 6 complete, it's the Sox 3, the Cubs nothing. So Dick Tidrow is throwing in the bullpen. Krukow drops to a D now because he's reached his fatigue inning. Pryor will lead off. Pryor, Bell, and Kim in the Sox 7th. The White Sox, 3 runs on 3 hits and no errors. The Cubs, no runs on 6 hits and no errors. The pitch from Krukow is a defense check. That is hit to Ivan de Jesus. He's up with it and throws to Buckner for out number 1. Here's Kevin Bell. Kevin is 0 for 2. Sox third baseman against Krukow batter result, sorry. And it's hit on a line to de Jesus, who leaps and makes the catch. 2 down in the 7th. Bruce Kim, one of the hitting stars for the Sox today, with a 2-run homer in the 2nd. 1 for 2. That's a batter result. Kim is a D batter. Hit in the air to left. Kingman back. Warning track. And makes the catch. That's all for the Sox in the 7th. It's time for the 7th inning stretch. No Harry Carey yet because it's only 1980. Well, actually, maybe he would sing. Well, no, he wouldn't. Not before the Cubs inning. But he's doing the game for sure for the Sox. So in the bottom of the 7th, Dotson drops to a D. Proley and Tex Wortham are throwing. And Martin, Thompson, and Foote, righty, lefty, righty in the Cubs 7th. Martin is 1 for 2. This is a defense check, tapped out in front of home plate. Bruce Kim on it. He fires to Lamar Johnson, and that retires Martin. 2-3 on the putout if you're scoring at home, and if you are, oh my goodness. Scott Thompson 0 for 2. Cubs right fielder, the pitch. 7, batter result. Thompson in the air to left field. Bobby Molinero on the run toward the line. On the run, he's going to get there for out number 2 in the bottom of the 7th. And that'll bring up Foote, who buries 0 for 2. The pitch is a batter result check. Foote with power. And his power is an A. This is hit to center and deep. Chet Lemon back, and it's gone onto the center field, what would be the center field seats, if it wouldn't be the batter's eye out there. Barry Foote with a solo homer in the bottom of the 7th, and it's 3-1 White Sox with Steve Dillard coming up. Dilly is 0 for 2. The pitch. Defensive check. Kevin Bell knocks it down, picks it up, fires to Johnson, and they get Dillard by a step. But the Cubs score a run in the 7th. We go to the 8th, and it's Sox 3, Cubs 1. Krukow is a D now without the platoon advantage. It'll be Dotson, Molinero, and Lemon. Are they going to let Dotson bat here? No, they're not. No, they're not. So we're going to see a pinch hitter for the Sox starting pitcher. We'll give you his numbers in just a moment. Mike Squires is going to be the pinch hitter against Mike Krukow. Squires usually the first baseman against right-handed pitching for the 80 Sox, but I put Johnson in for a little bit more power, but I don't know. Lamar Johnson didn't have much power. So Squires, a left-handed batter, will pinch hit against Krukow. Krukow on an extremely short leash. Dick Tidrow is throwing in the Cubs bullpen. Squires is a B batter. The pitch is a batter result, and that is going to be, he's a B batter. It's a base hit for Squires. Molinero up. He's 0 for 3. Krukow the stretch. Checks Squires at first. The pitch to Molinero. He squares to bunt. It's bunted toward Lenny Randall, who picks it up, fires to Steve Dillard covering first, and the sacrifice works. Squires moves up to second. Chet Lemon comes to the plate, and out of the dugout comes Joey Amalfitano. He wants Dick Tidrow, and he wants him right now. We're going to see a double switch, actually. Dick Tidrow is going to come in the game and bat in the 6th spot. And Scott Thompson is going to come out of the game. Batting in the number 9 spot will be new right fielder Larry Bittner, who just passed away not too long ago. So it's Tidrow in the 8th spot for Thompson, Bittner in the 9th spot for Krukow. We're in the top of the 8th. There's one out. We now have a righty-righty matchup. Chet Lemon facing Dick Tidrow, who also just passed away. Lemon is 1 for 3. The pitch to Chet is trouble. Batter result check to center and deep. Jerry Martin back, and it's gone onto the batter's eye for Chet Lemon. A 2-run bomb for Chet. Squires scores ahead of him. It's Sox 5, Cubs 1 in the top of the 8th. Tidrow allows a home run to the first batter he faces. Now it's Jim Morrison 1 for 3. Batter result for Morrison. This is a power check. Morrison is a B power. 7 is hit down the line in left field. It's going to rattle around in the corner. 350 feet from home plate. Kingman's got to go get it. And Morrison's got a 1-out double. Tidrow having trouble. And Johnson comes to the plate. Lamar is 0 for 2. And this is a, let's see, Tidrow. I didn't write down his ratings. I should have done that. Tidrow is a 1, A, B, D. So he's an A. That's a control check. And hey, struck him out. Lamar Johnson goes down swinging. And that'll bring up Baines with 2 outs. 5-1 White Sox top of the 8th. 0 for 3 for Harold today. And this is a defense check. Hit in the air to center field. Jerry Martin, bad knee and all, ambles into left center field and makes the catch for out number 3. But the Sox get 2 on 3 hits. Is that right? Yeah, on 3 hits. And after 7.5, they lead by a score of 5-1. So we're going to have a switch for the Sox as well. We have a new pitcher coming in. It's going to be Mike Proley. He's going to bat in the cleanup spot. Proley is a 2B, C, D pitcher and a right-hander, of course. Mike Squires will stay in the game and play first base. Best defensive first baseman I ever saw in my life. Guy was unbelievable. So Squires stays in the game after pinch hitting and scoring on Lemon's home run. Proley will take over on the mound. He will face Bittner, Randall, and DeJesus, 9-1-2 spots in the bottom of the 8th for the Cubs. Bittner is a C batter. And the pitch from Proley is a defense check. Hit on the ground to Jim Morrison. He picks it up, throws to Squires at first, and there's 1 down. Randall comes up. Lenny is 1 for 3. And batter result check. Randall's a B. It's a base hit up the middle for Lenny Randall. The Cubs aren't dead yet. He's got a 2-for-4 day cooking. Here comes DeJesus, who's 1-for-3. On deck is Buckner. Batter check on Pryor, so it's an 11. DeJesus drops to a D. It's a base hit to right field. Around second goes Randall. He's going to third. Cubs at the corners with 1 out for Buckner. Ed Farmer gets up in the Sox bullpen. The St. Rita High School graduate is getting ready in a hurry. Buckner is 2-for-3. Sox infield at double play depth. Kingman on deck. 1 out. The pitch. It's a batter result check. 3, hit in the air to left. Molinero on the run into the gap and makes the catch. Holding at third is Randall, and now it'll be Kingman. 1-for-3. Cubs still at the corners, 2 men out now. The pitch to Kong is a control check. Proley's control is a C, and that is ball 4 to Dave Kong Kingman. The bases are dripping with Cubs, and Jerry Martin comes to the plate. If he goes deep, we got a tie game. Martin is a D batter against the right-handed Proley. Ordinarily a C. 2 outs, bottom of the 8th, 5-1 Sox. Martin is 1-for-3. Proley the stretch, and the delivery is a defense check. This is hit to left and deep. Molinero back. Warning track. He's in the well, and he makes the catch for out number 3. The Cubs threaten but do not score. They get 2 hits. They leave 3. We go to the 9th. With your scores, Sox 5, Cubs 1. Tidrow out for inning number 2, so he will drop to a B. Pryor, Bell, and Kim, righty against the Cubs right-hander. Pitch from Tidrow is a defense check. Tapped out in front of home plate, Berryfoot on it. Takes a couple of steps, throws to Buckner, and there's 1 down in the 9th. Here's Kevin Bell, 0-for-3. Sox third baseman, the pitch. Defense check. No, it's batter result check. This is hit in the air to left, but not deep. Kingman coming in and puts it away for out number 2. Now it's Bruce Kim coming up. And Bruce Kim, one of the hitting stars of the day for the White Sox. 2-run homer for Bruce. He was, of course, Mark Fidrich's personal catcher in 1976. 1-for-3 on the day. The pitch to him is a batter result check. Kim, again with the power, to left and deep. Gone into the stands. He got a little more muscle on this one. A 2-homer day for Bruce Kim. 6-1 White Sox. And it's Squires up now against Tidrow. Tidrow has not had a good day. He has been an arsonist out of the bullpen. The pitch. Control check. He loses Squires. Doug Capilla starts to throw in the Cubs bullpen. Bobby Molinero up. He's 0-for-3 with a bunt. The pitch. Batter result check. Molinero is a B. That is hit on the ground to short. DeJesus dives. He knocks it down, keeps it on the infield. Squires stops at second. It's an infield hit for Molinero, and with 2 outs, it's Lemon with a chance for his 3rd bomb on the day. Lemon with 2 bombs. Kim with 2 bombs. The pitch. Control check. Hey, struck him out. And that will retire the side in the 9th. But the Sox get another run. And lead going into the bottom of the 9th, 6-1. Tidrow is due up, then Foote, then Dillard. So we're going to see the Cubs bench come into play here, such as it was. Jesus Figueroa is going to bat against Proley for Tidrow. Figueroa is a C. Let's see what else we got here. We got Jim Tracy is in the on-deck circle. He's going to bat for Barry Foote. No, he's not. Can't do that. Foote hit a homer last time up, so we'll let him bat. So Figueroa will lead off. Foote is in the on-deck circle. The pitch. Proley. Batter result check. Figueroa's a C, hit on the ground to Kevin Bell. He's up with it and throws to Mike Squires for out number 1 in the bottom of the 9th. Foote comes to the plate. He drops to a D against Proley. A control check. Hey, struck him out, and there are 2 gone in the bottom of the 9th. That will mean that Dillard, nope, they're going to hit for him. Jim Tracy's going to hit for Dillard. Tracy's a C, left-handed pinch hitter. Last chance saloon for the Cubs. On deck is Bittner. The pitch is a batter check, and it's a base hit up the middle for Jim Tracy. He keeps it alive. Ed Farmer from St. Rita High School starts to throw again in the Sox bullpen. Larry Bittner comes up. He's the new last chance saloon for the Cubs. Batter result check. Bittner is a C. Hit in the air to right, driving Harold Baines back, but he's got room, and he puts it away to end the ball game. It's a 6-1 1980 White Sox winner in bad baseball. Let's give you the totals for the White Sox. 6 runs on 8 hits, and they committed no errors. The Cubs, 1 run, 9 hits, and they committed no errors. The winning pitcher is Richard Dotson. Richard Dotson went 7 innings, allowed 7 hits, 1 home run. He didn't walk anybody. He didn't strike out anybody. If the run was earned, he gets the win. The loser is Mike Krukow. Krukow went 7 1/3 innings. He allowed only 4 hits. He walked 2, one of them scored, and he struck out 2. All 4 runs, he allowed 4 runs. All 4 runs were earned for Krukow. The hitting stars, Chet Lemon with 2 home runs, a solo shot in the first and a 2-run job in the 8th, and Bruce Kim with a 2-run shot in the second and a solo job in the 9th. Sox go long ball to win bad baseball. Thanks for being with me. My name's Kurt Berglund. Please don't forget to click like and subscribe to my channel. I do appreciate it, my friends. Have a wonderful Monday night. Thanks for joining me for Monday Night Baseball. Have a great day. So long, everybody.